And welcome to our international podcast, Below the Belt. Who vex, lose. Welcome, folks. We are so privileged that each and every one of you are here with us. We're back in studios. Good afternoon, Beatrice Selby, Earl Lewison. I trust that you guys are great. And today is our person of interest day. And who else we looking for? Looking at than a very, very topical young man, Imran Gaza Satur. We are looking at some comments attributed to Imran Gaza Satar. But before we head into that, Donna David, good to see you there. Lyndon Gill, Roxanne Odessa Jacobs, good to see you there. John Jones, Sharon Albert, Rowena Williams, Paulette Hart Dean, good to see you. Marlon Lorimer. Folks, you know, the Quindon Bacchus protests, folks are still out, passed through Golden Grove, took a drive way up the East Coast after FYI. Things are quiet. Traffic is moving up the East Coast. And those folks have said they're not part of any looting and robbing people and assaulting people. They're not part of that. Quite a few of them are still out there in Golden Grove making their voices heard, asking for justice for Quindon Bacchus. And what Imran Gaza Satur said on TikTok, or as some people say, TikTok, it's quite interesting. And it has to do with what transpired yesterday at Monrepo Market. And guys, let us know if you're reading us loud and clear. Asha Donrick, good to see you. Candy Deline, good to see you. Latoya King, good to have you here. Mayburn King, good to have you as well. Natisha Barker. Folks, strap yourselves in, because I'm not certain how many of you would have heard the comments of Imran Gaza Satur. And we really gotta confront some things head on. I don't want to pretend I didn't hear it. I don't want to pretend it's not in circulation. Orlando Small, Larry Crawford, Marsha Glasgow. I don't want to pretend I didn't hear what I heard, Dorica Ferguson. We got to confront some things head on. So welcome to our international podcast, folks. Good to have you here. Roxanne Odessa Jacobs, Don Baines rather. Gwyneth Anderson is here. Marilyn Lorimer is here as well. Isabella Butter, say let's fight. Good to have you here, Jenny's Booker, and all the other folks joining us. We're talking about Imran Gaza Satur and his comments, the larger issue of racism in our country, of otherness in our country, and what been forced down our throats as one Guyana. When you and I know we don't have one Guyana operating. And I think that the thoughts, as crude as they are from Imran Gaza Satur, says we don't have one Guyana operating. We hope we did. It's a good aspiration to have, but we got a lot of work to do. Cherry Baskin, Greenwich, we got a lot of work to do. Irvin Don Cook, Mavis Davis, well, racism is alive and well in this country, and we got to confront it. Ronetta Bell and Earl Walcott. And I'm thankful in a sense for what is happening in terms of the protests for over the unlawful killing, the murder of Quindon Bacchus, because a lot of things are coming to the fore, and it's a teachable moment for our country. And those in leadership like Irfan Ali has to confront them. He has to lead and not abuse out and cuss out people. He has to lead. You want it, you got it, lead now. It's a teachable moment. Rachel Wolford, Marilyn Lorimer, Valme Wilson, Beatrice Selby, Veronica Hazel Petrie. It's a teachable moment. We got to confront the issues. Imani Green, Norrin Don Cook, Beryl, Faye Glasgow, Marilyn Thomas, Sharon Albert, Linda Webster. We got to confront the issues and build this country and move it forward in a positive direction. There are no shortcuts. We got to confront it and we got to move forward. Rhonda Lane, rock and come in. Gemma George, good to see you. Shondell Moses, good to see you. Good to see each and every one of you. Let us know if you're reading us loud and clear. Kevin Nielsen, I see a comment that says Ali League. What? Is Ali legal? Well, he's there. Like it or not, we can't pretend he's in there. And if you're there, you got to do the work that comes with being there. There's no short circuiting it. There's no way around it. You got to do the work. Peaceful Pamela. That's what we need more of in this country. Some peace. Marilyn Thomas. Oh, God, but the thing got some of it bad. The economy, cost of living, mismanagement, incompetence, you name it. You name it. Purgatory and confusion powder. That's what's going down. We got two Guyanas, folks. We got two Guyanas. Two Guyanas, folks. And we got to confront it. The reasons why, the underlying reasons why, the currents, Judith Guilford. And again, it's when the soul of the nation is laid bare, and you have events like what transpired with the unlawful killing, the murder of Quindon Bacchus. You see what happens in this country is different strokes to different folks, because some people say trust the process, but the process has never been kind to us. Has the process been judicial for Orrin Boston? What has it yielded for Orrin Boston's family and his community at Dartmouth Village and the Essequibo Coast? What has it yielded for Peter Headley's family? Where's the justice for all of these folks who keep dying under suspicious circumstances at the hands of law enforcement? So when you say trust the process, stick with the process. Our lived experience has taught us some different things. Tamika Williams and Deborah Clark and Candidaline Inderjit. Who can share the life today? Will it be Simon Nadu and Sandra Davis? Nazim Zafarali, Veronica Hazel Petrie, and Tessa Prepont, Vanessa Lynch, Andrew Cuthbert. Welcome to our international podcast, folks. Welcome. Y'all better strap yourselves in. If y'all didn't hear Imran Gaza Satur, you're gonna hear him just now. It's not he said what he says. He said it. Rashford. All which just got the eyes. Tamika Williams. Sudan Sugdio. We gotta resist racism in all its form. And what you're gonna hear from Imran Satur cannot, I dare say, cannot be isolated. You gotta grow in a family that thinks a certain way, speaks a certain way, that you will think it is comfortable to you to go on TikTok with a tirade in the aftermath of yesterday's protests and the equally reprehensible conduct of some agent provocateurs, perhaps planted by the PPP and the Kwame McCoy ilks and so on, to do what they did by the Manripo market. Because I have come in for my own share of tongue licking. I seem to have, according to these folks, let somebody to say that they're going to harm the president. That is equally reprehensible, what the fella said. But the same fella I saw a couple afters walking lockstep in tune with the Minister of Home Affairs, Robeson Ben. So it brings me to question whether he himself is an agent provocateur who was planted there. You have a live feed that is going out, cameras that is set up at different points, the audio is live, and they want to say that I'm responsible for what he said. Then who is responsible for what Imran Gaza Satur said on TikTok? And I'm coming around to what he said. Who vex lose? Who's sharing the live? Yonet, Hema Grant, you can share it. Gladstone Matthews, you share it. Folks, we can scratch around some issues. And Irfan Ali and this cabal, they're quick to put up some posts on social media. This is an issue. Racism in our country gotta be confronted head on. Who can investigate Imran Gaza Satur? Who's going to investigate him? When that is done, we can talk about, when that is done, you can talk about having one Guyana. But you and I, who it has been our lived experience, we know we ain't got no one Guyana here. So a person of interest today, folks, if it's Wednesday, it's person of interest. That's our new format. Tomorrow, we look at, state of the region. We talk about something's happening at local government. If we don't have any other pressing matters, Alex Boom, Marilyn Thomas, Juicy Fruit, good like a good chewing gum, Willie Fred, Chanel Mitchell, Nikki Whitewile, Marilyn Thomas, Leonard Sampson. We got to confront it. Are we going to see some statements by Priyamanik Chan? We're going to see a statement by Irfan Ali. Are we going to see a statement by Vindhya Prasad? Are we going to see some statements? As some people were so quick yesterday to go out with some mistruths, lies. Are we going to see that? We got to confront. How are we going to move this country forward, Nikki Whitewile? Bernard Anderson, Rhonda Squires, Chandel Moses. How are we going to move this country forward? Jamila Skeet, Vanilla Garnett, Robert London. How are we going to move this country forward? Mickey Sabrina and Daphne. If we don't confront the issues that we got. Standing in a garage does not make you a car. And so saying it's one Guyana, and watching the mirror and hoping it becomes one Guyana is not going to do it. But the issues, the policies that we want to drive got depth and breadth. And in so doing, we got to confront the issues. Who going to share the life today? Crystal Simon, Pansy Field, Joylyn Cook, Laverne Harcharan, Kelman Prasad, Volmay Wilson. Who going to share the live? Ann Shepherd. Yvonne Ramasar is you. Sion Rodney is you. So, folks, brace yourself if you haven't heard this yet. What Imran Gaza Sattar said on TikTok. He says, "I is Imran Gaza from TikTok." All right? We all got to be responsible for what we say publicly. And even privately, I hasten to add. Now they want I will be responsible for something somebody else said. We got to be responsible for what we say privately. And sometimes perhaps it's what we didn't say. Right? But Imran Gaza took to TikTok, to let his feelings be made known, to let his worldview be made known. And it's troubling. Yolanda Bob Semple, it's troubling. Kurt Paris, it's troubling. Juicy Fruit, it's troubling. Carlotta Reynolds, it's troubling. Wilfred McKelly, Carrie Dad, Ramisa Raz, it's troubling. So, I don't know about you, but I'm ready. This one hit me so hard, it gave me an accent. Kevin Williams, we gotta confront it. And I'd love to see that starting with a statement out of the Ethnic Relations Commission. They still work. They're constituted. Lyndon Gill, Carla Davidson, Valerie Clark, Joylyn Cook. Huh? So let me turn our attention to what has been said. Let us turn our attention to what has been said, folks. And I'll say to you, brace yourself. I keep thinking that people don't think this way. And even if I had to strain to write a script for some creative purpose, I could not string together what Imran Gaza Satur, the thoughts he put together. I could not put it together like that. Good to have Alison Richards here, and Deborah Clark, and Roll Allen, Christine Foguera, Rhonda Samuels. We can share the live where we lime in. Juliana, good to have you. Pansy Field. Novi, good to have you as well. Judy, Andrew Cuthbert, Patricia Leacock, Carlos Malcolm, good to have you folks. Yep. This house going down. Chandel Moses, you ready? Karen Clark, you ready? Stacy Malice, you ready? Mertlin Hurst, you ready? June Daniels McKenna, brace yourself. Brace yourself. So these are some thoughts that were put out there again by Imran Gaza Satur. And we can shy away from it. We can pretend we don't want to hear it. We can pretend it doesn't exist, but it does. And tragically, unfortunately, there are people who think like this on both sides of the divide. And we're going to come around to talking a little bit about that on the other side. But here's a young man.
Fucking police them as look like a fucking thief. Yeah, black man was like fucking jump houses. Yeah, fucking Matty Black man, shiki like Matty Black man. Your mother's gonna get fucking sense. Eh? The fucking man down there and gonna. Oh man, Scott is the policeman. Yeah, I gotta look for. Kill the police out. No fucking cool the people do ya not is yeah, old Matty Black man shoot at Matty Black man. I mother's gonna get from fucking racist now, eh? I mother's gonna dotage bad black man. And I'm mother's gonna get sense. Like I can never fucking go school. I need to go fucking school. And mother's gonna dotage bad. I never see fucking black man so yet. Burning fucking burning up fucking people vehicle. But hey, black people and pies na your mother's gonna keep a party. And fucking make sure invite all your mother's gonna all the black man in this country. Who can get your mother's gonna fit and show pies na your fucking food and get you dead out of your mother's gonna. I'm like, I ain't get no fucking sense, black man. Me said, hey, Imran, known as fucking Gaza on TikTok. I kill all your mother's cunt out if I get the fucking chance to kill black man. I shoot all of your mother's cunt out.
Yep. So those again are the thoughts. Again, apologies there. Those were the thoughts. You heard him say, I'm Imran Gaza from TikTok. His name is Imran Sator. And those are the thoughts that he put out there. You know, obviously upset by what took place at Monrepo. And he gives us a sneak peek into his mind and his thinking, you know. And one of the things that struck me there is that Imran does not apparently see himself as racist. He says, all you gone to racism. He said that very clearly. He said that very, is all you gone to racism. Clearly. Did it went by too fast for you guys? We got to wheel and come again. Did it go by too fast for you, folks? Did it go by? You got to brace yourself, guys. Brace. If it went by too fast, I'm gonna run it one more. I don't want to necessarily give a platform to this, but we gotta discuss the issues as a country and leadership in this country, like Arif and Ali. You gotta address this. These are real issues. People think this way. Nobody put a script and put it into the hands of Imran Gaza Satur from TikTok. He walked into this, put on TikTok, went live, and stated how he feels. Rhonda Wilson Joseph. Who gonna address this for us? Is he finally gonna run it back to Monrepo? He's gonna run it back to Buxton? Who is gonna address this? He gonna put a post on social media? We can get something out of the Ethnic Relations Commission. You know? Yesterday, Irfan Ali was talking about the intellectual authors. We're gonna get some here. We're gonna launch an investigation. What can happen? The fella spoke how he felt. Take a listen.
Thief. Yeah, black man was like fucking jump houses. Yeah, fucking Matty Black man, shiki like Matty Black man. Your mother's gonna get fucking sense. Eh? The fucking man down there and gonna. Oh man, Scott is the policeman. Yeah, I gotta look for. Kill the police out. No fucking cool the people do ya not is yeah, old Matty Black man shoot at Matty Black man. I mother's gonna get from fucking racist now, eh? I mother's gonna dotage bad black man. And I mother's gonna get sense. Like I can never fucking go school. I need to go fucking school. And mother's gonna dotage bad. I never see fucking black man so yet. Burning fucking burning up fucking people vehicle. But hey, black people and pies na your mother's gonna keep a party. And fucking make sure invite all your mother's gonna all the black man in this country. Who can get your mother's feet and chop using your fucking food and get you dead out of your mother's gun. After kind of get no fucking sense, black man. Me said, yeah, Imran known as fucking Gaza on TikTok. I kill all your mother's cunt out if I get the fucking chance to kill black man. I shoot all of your mother's cunt out.
Yep. Who's sharing
Fucking
the life? Who's sharing the life, folks? Who's sharing the life? That's what was said. That's what was said. And I don't want to pretend it wasn't said. I don't want to bury my head in the sand as the proverbial ostrich does. But that's what was said. Real issues. Real issues. And I put out on social media, let me start with what I said in response when I heard that. Right? That if we live in communities and homes where you feel you can refer to others as black man, I even get into the assumption, but if you live in communities and homes where you feel it's okay to refer to people as black man, right? Then you got a problem. But let me go over to the other side. If you live in homes as well and in communities, as I said, and describe other ethnicities by equally disgusting pejoratives, you got a problem. You got a problem. And not because I hear Imran, going off in this way, means I can give myself a license for say, oh, all you this and all you that. It's wrong. So if you live in communities where you describe people as black man and black man and black man this and black man that, you got problem. You need help. And on the other side, if you live in communities where you describe our East Indian brothers and sisters as this and as that and so forth, you got a problem. And that is why I say no amount of wishing away this is going to help. And pretending we's one Guyana and we all love each other and want the same thing for each other. So, cause some people want to put poison in your food. You want me to pretend I didn't hear that? I want to invite all of y'all and poison y'all out. The issue becomes how we going to solve it. That's what the issue becomes. How we going to solve it? How are we going to solve it? Right? And that is what I want to talk about. How are we going to solve it? Right? It's not Open Mic Friday, but I'd love to hear from some of you. 627-6963. Don't send me no long voice note like you got your own podcast you want to do. We could help you do that. If you want your own show, we can help you. We could help you do that. Send something brief. I'd love to hear from some of you, your thoughts. And please, please, don't become like Imran. Right? Be hated, but don't give in to hatred. Be despised, but don't give in to despising. Right? Again, I say, if you live in some houses, and if you're in conversations and people think it is good for you to describe somebody else, our Indian brothers and sisters, by pejorative names, X and Y and Z, you got a problem. You know? And if you live in homes and communities where you refer to people as black man and hungry belly, and you have that image in your head that all black people are thieves, you got a problem. Can we talk about that, or do I have to pretend I didn't hear what Imran said on TikTok? Imran Gaza. I don't want to pretend I didn't hear it. So, folks, I love, 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 love to hear from some of you. What are your thoughts? The comments, disgusting, reprehensible. But who gonna investigate Imran? Hmm? Are we gonna have a teachable moment here and give this young man some intervention? Who gonna do it? Hmm? Some of y'all hands dirty too, so I know how y'all gonna do it. Some of y'all lips filthy in this way. So how you gonna do it? This requires leadership at a national level because we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. It's not going to be there. One people, one nation, one destiny. That's aspirational. But you ain't gonna get there if you want poison out. Right? We ain't gonna get there. We're not gonna get there. Folks, I'd love to hear from some of you. Love to hear your thoughts on some of you. I rather suspect I'm not the expert here. I don't have all the ideas yet. I'd love to hear from some of you. Some of the mature folks. This thing ain't gonna do us no good, you know. This racism ain't gonna do us no good. Ain't gonna do us no good, people. Right? We gotta fight it. And that is why we said very early, without even hearing what Imran would have said, we're not condoning the agents provocateur sent yesterday to do the foolishness. Some of them did it on their own as well yesterday. Because some people only got to see some people doing nonsense. And they would be only too willing to join in. Only too willing to join in. Right? Again, looking forward to hearing from some of you. 627-6963. I'd love to hear your thoughts. You think we're there yet? One Guyana, you're ready to start giving out awards? But I'm happy that we have these teachable moments because it tells us we got some problems. Alisa Modilal, Hazel Wendy Griffith, we got some issues. Penelope Howard, Sion Butters, Delia Silcott, we got some things to work through. I wish it were not so, but it is. And we got to deal with it. We got to deal with it. I wish it were not so, but we got to deal with it. All right, let me see what some of our folks are telling us here. Let me see what some of our folks are telling us. Let me see what some of our folks are telling us. Yep. So good to have so many of you. Novi Sampson and Hazel, Chandel Moses, all the other guys. So good to have some of you. Well, all of you, rather. Good to have all of you. We don't have to agree to be here. All right? We don't have to agree to be here. We can agree to disagree and disagree agreeably. Right? We can do that too.
Imran gave me an instant headache. I am hurt. I am devastated to hear a young man with such blood for the lives of others. We are one. Cut him, cut me. We have the same blood. Is it a crime to be black? I can only imagine what is being fed to him in his home from childhood. It's amazing and it's really heart wrenching.
Yeah. Yeah. He needs help. He needs help. It's clear as day. He needs help. He needs help. Right? Juicy fruit, he needs help. He needs help. I want to pretend. He needs help. And we got to afford him that help. Do we have the institutions? Do we have the professionals? Our contributor says she could only imagine the home, that Imran grew up in. Right? And you can see, perhaps you'll get an apology. Somebody will call and say, you need to put out an apology. And like, y'all remember Auntie Suki? Auntie Suki? And say, I got some black man friends. Right? Remember Auntie Suki? Let's take another contributor, ladies and gentlemen.
Sad day for Guyana, Sharon. You see, Imrad was brought up one way, and he's crying out for help. And Imran is going to hurt himself, and I'm afraid that's what is going to happen to Imran. Imran is going to hurt himself because when he can't get his way to do what he wants to the other race, he's going to hurt himself. So the government should reach out to Imran because Imran is crying out for help. He
Correct.
is sick. He was taught one way all the time growing up. He was taught that one way, and he's not going to change until somebody do something about it. Imran is looking at himself in the mirror because he's black. Newsflash for him, he's black as well. So I don't see what Imran, and I don't understand what is Imran is talking about. But Imran has a problem. He has a problem, and he needs help. He needs lots and lots and lots of help.
Yep, yep, yep. Yep, I love that. I love that mature thinking. He needs help. It's a cry for help. It's a shout for help. He needs help. I love that thinking because he does. He does. It's a cry, it's a scream. Perhaps all his life, he's been taught to think this way. You have what they call ethnic insecurities. The people on the other side, they got the people down the road, they get the money, they got the people up the street. Who gets the tear gas, the rubber bullets, and the pellet? Could you imagine, God forbid, with this kind of thinking, Imran becomes a minister in this government, you know, a minister of government, I should say. Could you imagine that? A person with this kind of thinking becomes a minister of government. Huh? Can you imagine this kind of thinking? You know, such a person becomes president of Guyana. Uh, how you will see certain policies start taking certain shape. Could you understand why help is needed? We'd love to be one Guyana. We're not quite there yet. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. Good, folks. I'm saying again, watch the length of your contributions. Right, we gotta get some people to own podcast. Watch the length, folks. Let me get on the road. Let's take another contributor.
Hi, Sherrod. Good afternoon. Um, there is a saying that goes, what fall from head just drop from shoulder and go right down. Whatever he's portraying and saying there is what you hear. So he get brave to say it out what others cannot say. But all in all, he did it off of his own, regardless of whatever he said. Because I am so angry. But he needs help, and racism starts from the head. And if the president of the country can show it out, what more do we expect from their supporters? What more do we expect? You expect nothing better because it is instilled in their DNA. And the president and Bar Jagdeo and the rest is condoning it. Sharon, we in a bad place. We are in a very bad place. And I hope my Guyanese brothers and sisters wake up. I hope they are still not sleeping. But we are in a bad place. Guyana really gone bad. And I blame it wholly and solely at the foot of the PPP cabal. That guy needs to put in a psychiatric institution because if he could talk him, but he could cook some food and invite you and poison you, he needs help. And it starts from the home. And as I said, what fall upon head does fall upon shoulder and drop down to the foot. He needs help. We're in a real bad place. And a lot more needs to be done. I mean, it has been manifested on both sides of the eyes. But I don't think our people does it like that blatantly. And I don't think our people will make a TikTok like that either, even if they does it blatantly. They ain't gonna do that. But is that presumptuous? And it comes from the PPP cabal and its home.
All right. I just want to make two interventions there. I cannot say he's a supporter of the PvP. I don't want to attribute that because we have no facts on that. And also, whether you do it blatantly, you do it a little piece, you do it a little way, racism is racism. And hate is hate. And it's wrong. And it is wrong. So whether it's a little bit or it's plenty, it's wrong. Right? Is wrong. Good to see Jim Moore Marcus on the live and Marsha Glasgow on the live as well. Guys, we got to confront these issues. It's going to take strong leadership to do it. Do we have it? Perhaps not. I'd love to see, you know, Irfan Ali, Jack Dio, Vindhya Prasad, and all the others, usual suspects, come out with a statement on this. This is not who we are as a people. And here is what we need to do. And here is what we will do. And here is where we go in. This is real. This is makeup. This is makeup, folks. And we got to deal with it. All right? We got to deal with it.
Sharon, good afternoon. Just been listening it, right? All I'm about to say, right? That man and the person Gaza make your bed hard. And you gotta know when you make your bed hard, you got to light on it. He gotta know right now, people looking for you.
All right. I don't know what they're looking for him for, but I just have, again, we say we're in a country where we do not condone violence. And if they're looking for him to give him meaningful help, that's another story because that is what he needs. Meaningful help. Folks, again, one contribution per person. We'd love to take them. We're gonna get you all of them. Have no fear. We're gonna get you all of them. Have no fear, people. Right? Have no fear. Let's try to take some of the others, and then we're gonna circle back around because quite a few folks have sent in. And we want to take as many as possible. Let me try to get now. Good to see so many folks joining us today. Share the live, smash that emoji button, folks, and let's have a go at it. Let's see who else have sent in a contribution. Yep. Good to see each and every one of you. Thanks for joining. Lots going on again. These comments come out of what transpired yesterday, and we said it already. We say it again. What transpired at the Manipur market, where people's person and their possessions, they were deprived of that. They were inhibited from enjoying that. They were assaulted. The things were taken and all of that. Reprehensible. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. And we can't condone that. Right? And if there is a penalty to be paid, those persons, you got to pay the penalty. Don't do foolishness. That's all we're saying. Don't do foolishness. Just don't. Right? Don't do foolishness. Let's see if we can take another contribution. Do we have a scooter? I think we do.
We members of the giant service should open our eyes and watch how these people think of us. Then things will be going straight. Because once we know how these people think and will act on us, this when we gonna know that what, how we should move. I tell you, I am upset, I am vexed, I happy, I happy. You know why I'm happy? Because he opened my eyes to see how these people think of we giant service people, how these people feel, and how these people will operate with our giant service people. After all, we doing everything in our power to go out there and assist calming situation, and this or these people will think and talk about us, not actually saving them ass. Yeah, bro.
All right. All right. Let's keep it cordial, folks. Let's keep it cordial. All right. We're going to try to take some other interventions here, some other contribution. Mark Henry, we see you out there, and Gwyneth Jones and Nazrim Zafrali and Novi Sampson. We see you guys. We're going to try to take another. We're going to try to take another contribution. Let me see if we have another one queued up, guys. But again, we got there's no dancing around it. Right? You got to confront it head on. Right? Perhaps if we could, we would, but it is what it is, and we gotta confront. It's gonna take leadership, and some folks we got, some leaders we got. All they seem to wanna chime in on certain issues. When it's nice time, you're there for the photo ops and so on. But when it comes to the real issues, right, we flamming, we zagging, we got come fulls. Don't chinks, come fulls. I'll just lose some people there, but we gotta confront the issues. Right? Again, we got some real issues, folks, and we got to confront them. We got to. There's no way around it. There's no skirting around the issues. We just got to confront them. Right? We're trying to queue up another contribution. Cherry and Nikki Weil and Rennie Mackenzie Talbot queuing up another contribution. Yuli North and Prince Andre. Good to see you, Don Joe, and all the other folks. We're going to try to play as many of these contributions as we can. Bear with us, folks. We're coming down. We're coming down. We're coming around and down. All right. Do we have one?
Sherrod, I would like to know how the police can address this issue. Cause this guy ain't regarding your see face, so you threaten people life, and you threaten their life as well. And you see, the problem is the black and black thing. And when the Indian involved, there must be justice. But when there's black involved, there must be no justice.
All right. We hear you there. We hear you there. We hear you there. Right. We got to address it. What people just say stuff, they come and they say they're sorry, and do we move on? We just move on. Is that how it goes? Bonita Elise Parker, is that how it goes? Randolph Stanton and Idris Brooms. Let's take another contributor.
I shared. This is this is Rihanna sending this voice note here. I think this young man should hold accountable for his action. You understand? Because let me tell you, soon as something start going on in Guyana, they attack us, the people, on Facebook. As soon as you say something, they attack you. They come on Facebook with no picture, whatever name they come with, and they attack you constantly. These Indian people does that. But you know what? I'm gonna stand up to them because they're not gonna bully me. He need to hold accountable for his action. He need to hold accountable for his action because which black man eating from them? They can't even bloody cook. So what they gonna keep partying and invite black man?
All right. Let me stick a pin there because in addition to that, we got to watch those stereotypes. Indian people can't cook. You know, black people is jump houses. We got to watch those stereotypes. We got to watch that too. We got to watch that equally. All right. Good to see so many of you on the live, folks. You know, we always say share the broadcast, smash that emoji button. Credible and valid information. We're gonna come around to all of the contributions that were sent in, folks. I know a couple are pending. Bear with us. We're queuing them up, folks, and we're gonna have them. We're queuing them up, and we're gonna have them. But again, Jamal, Sandra Davis, Rhonda Squires, we gotta watch because we got some stereotypes that we were raised with as well, and you gotta check them. Sometimes you say it, you don't really study it, right? Stereotypes. People can't cook. You know, them as thieves. You can't trust them. Black people can't lead. You hear it all the time. We gotta check them too. We got to check them too. Folks, we're coming down. I tell you, we're going to try to get as many as possible. Let me see where we are. We're coming down, folks. We're going to try to take as many as possible, as many of the contributions as possible. Right, bear with us, guys. Good to see Yvonne Ramasar here in Gladstone, Matthews, Kim Walker, Samantha. The names are rushing by so fast. Let's take another contributor.
Yeah, good day below the belt and good day shared and everyone. Yeah. The only way to do it is simple. The same way we were brought up. We weren't brought up to don't like East Indian, don't like Chinese, don't like whites. We black, all we always encourage our children and everyone to do is don't trust no one. No one. We never bring it about ethnicity. Because you know why we said no one? Because every man is evil. Nobody's perfect. We all got that evilness in us, in every race. So we just said trust no one. But you see, is they bring everybody's always bring this thing at us. They ain't the first time we hearing that they go poison we again too. So yep.
Sickening comments. Very, very sickening comments. Very, very sickening comments. Let's take another contributor.
Hi, good afternoon, Sharad. Sometime in the early 1960s, probably around 1960, 61, I grew up as a child on the quarantine at number 65, a village. At that time, I recall, this thing is etched in my memory. I recall seeing the Indians driving their vehicles with brooms tied at the back of it, and indicating that they were sweeping the road. Well, what they really mean was to say that they want to sweep all of the black people out the area so that they can, when it's all over, they can see from Crabwood Creek to Lethem. Now, what happened yesterday at Monterey Post? Um, I think it's nothing more than collateral damage. When you're in a situation, when you're in a protest, these things do happen. And I consider that as collateral damage. Why is it that our political leaders and everybody always got to genuflect and bow down and bend and make apologies for when things happen? That when they were trying to turn over the vehicle with Sister Karen Cummins, when they were trying to thing with President Granger, when they bust the heads of the school children on West Coast of Belize. Where are these people? So why do we have to genuflect and bend and try to make apologies? Nonsense.
Yep, that's another contributor. I dare say that it is not about making apology. It is about what is right and what is wrong. People got a possession. People got the things. We cannot interfere with people. Allow us to disagree here, please. We cannot interfere with people. We cannot just go knocking people because we upset and we angry. What kind of world we can live in? We cannot just go pushing people down and slapping people, taking away the cell phones and those. We just can't. Right? I agree. We have issues. We got issues, and wishing them away is not going to help us. Wishing them away is not going to help us. So I agree with my brother in part, but the collateral damage, it can't be that simple. It can't be that simple because if the shoe were on the other foot, and somebody, does something to one of our family members, we won't see it as collateral damage. We won't. So I don't want to put it to be that simple. Apologies, but I disagree to that extent. Wrong is wrong and right is right. Another contributor.
Good afternoon, Cheryl. Good afternoon, listeners. Good afternoon, everybody. Now, Imran has spoke what he has in his mind. Even though if he's dealing with you, it's something that it totally that he came up with it in his mind. And how he speak is what he have in mind, and he's talking it plainly. I'm ready to see what the ERC say. I'm ready to see what President Ali can say. I'm waiting to see what the Vice President said. I'm waiting to see what Wilson Ben can say. I'm waiting to see what Premier and all them will say about it. Let me see, let them come out and comment. I'm waiting to see also what the police will do. Because that is threat. And it's not only a threat, what he's saying is a threat to all African Ghanaians. Because he said he's waiting to see. And it's just what they say. They say, put on a big show, and that's what Ali and government does. They put on a big show, and they get all the black people to go and spend the money like stink and dirty, and what, so and so. So he's speaking what he knows and what the conversation is speaking what his people around him talk about. Thank you. I'm waiting to see the results.
Yep, yep, yep. But we understand while we wait to see, the strong statements against such comments, we understand that we have a regime also that when things and events are not in their favor, they tend to pull back. When events and so forth not in their favor, they pull back. They go quiet. They go quiet. And I think you're about to see some of that. You can hear it. When you don't hear them talking, it's quiet, they're gone quiet. Quiet, they're gone quiet. Once events not in their favor. But like our brother says, I would love to see them being taking the bull by the horn. It is an issue we have to deal with in our country. There's no skirting around it. There's no trying to pretend it's not there. It is right there. And we got to deal with it. Let's take another contributor.
Hi, Sharon. I want to make an input.
Go right ahead.
Listening to this young man tells you that he's come up from a very poor upbringing. None of his fault, but his upbringing was very poor. He sounds as though he's searching for an identity. And the only avenue to find an identity is to go to racism because that's all he knew, hatred for black people.
Yep, yep, yep. And I said, I choose hate. I choose love, folks. Not going to choose hate. I'm not going to choose it. I choose love. As the great civil rights leader Martin Luther King says, I choose love because hate is too great a burden to bear. It's too great. I choose love. Every day, I can choose love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Let's take another contributor. Choose love today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan.
Good afternoon, sir.
My thing is, are the police aware of this individual's comments? And will they go after him with charges of cybercrime and inciting, violence against black people? This is a question that needs to be raised.
All of that. It's pregnant with all of that. Racism and hate, inciting racial violence, all of that is in it. And folks yesterday were very quick to say they're looking for the intellectual authors and they're going to be investigating individuals and groups and organizations and all of that, right? They're going to be doing a lot of things. Let us see if, as you and I know it, one Guyana really applies. But I think we know the answer already. Right? I think we know the answer already. Let us see if it really applies. And I've been talking about what has been our lived experience. We can't wish it away. It is just there. And you got to confront it. Right? You got to confront it. All right? Trying to queue up another contributor.
Good afternoon, Sherrod and listeners.
Good afternoon.
My concern is that every time the PPP is in office, this breakdown in ethnic relations is really a sad thing because this young man's comments is basically comes from it rubs off from the government's action towards its people in our country. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a breakdown in social connection with the people in our country. So he just parroting what he actually is seeing in our country. It's sad.
Mm, difficult issues, folks. But we got to wait through them. We've got to wade through them. Very difficult, very weighty issues, but we got to confront them. That is the price of leadership. That's the price of leadership. We got to confront them and deal with them. Find a way forward. Forge a way forward. We've seen that in other countries. You got these national teachable moments. You can't run from them. You can't run overseas. Huh? You run halfway up the East Coast. Well, run out now. Run out now. Make a statement. I challenge Irfan Ali to make a statement on this. This is not certainly is not one Guyana. Certainly is not one Guyana. Certainly, we coming down, folks. We coming down. Right? Let's take another contributor, folks. Let's take another contributor. I think it's about set. Yep.
Good afternoon, Sharon, and good afternoon to all your listening audience. Now, I would like to make a contribution in direct response to your question: how are we going to deal with this racism? The first point I'd like to start with is what I will end with. It will not go away within 5 to 10 years. If I could refer to South Africa and their walk from apartheid to where they are now, they still have flashpoints, racial clashes, uprisings, inequality, etc. But South Africa owned the race is
That's the difference. That's the difference. You gotta own this. You folks, there's a particular reason why we say send a voice note, send your contribution via voice note, and we play it. We cannot take the calls because you'll have happening what we have happening. The number 627-6963. WhatsApp, send us your voice notes, please and thank you. Go ahead.
you with an understanding that they had to change the economic balance to let it seem as if persons who were non white had a say in finances and developing themselves. If we are to move immediately to Guyana today in 2022, the imbalance is so clear that a lot of blacks, a lot of persons who are Afro Guyanese, I use the term blacks respectfully, do not feel as if they are included. There is a simmering anger. There is a lot more than the shooting of Quindon Bacchus that would cause those hundreds of people to be on the road. It's that they don't have a voice, they don't have a part to play, they don't. So it is the inequality. If I could not take too long with this voice note, inequality is the reason for the simmering anger with the Afro Guyanese community and translated into so many different things. Now, on the other side, the feelings on TikTok that was played on your program, a lot of people who are Indo Guyanese feel that way. They are flooding the social media. So we have to own the issue. And regrettably, the facade and this window dressing and nice costumes and these concerts will not cut it. Um, that respect has to be shown way up, right through every office, every institution in this country. There needs to be a greater balance. As it is now, it's the powers that be who are rich in control trying to suppress those other powers. And not only the other powers, forgive me, but trying to suppress those that do not have. So, my contribution this afternoon is the main problem that we have in this country is the inequality and with the division of resources and inequality with standard of living and inequality with opportunities that are causing all these other flashpoints and all these, all these other issues that are coming to the surface. We have to, as a country, own it. The Ethnic Relations Commission is a farce and should never be dealt with again. Too many things are just white elephants set up with nice names, taking taxpayers' money, but they're not effective. They are not effective at all. In fact, we have an uneasy peace with the races in this country. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for your contribution. I hope you heard that, Dexter Haley and Evangeline Reese and Anali Simpson. Hope you heard that. Hope you heard that, folks. Let's take another contributor. Let's keep them coming.
Hi, Sharon and listeners. Good afternoon.
Good
I
afternoon.
have listened to his recording over and over and over. The things that stuck out at me was that he alluded to us as what they usually say, hungry belly people. That's the first thing. Then he spoke about um, police don't go against police and all of that. He is telling me that he too has no respect for the said policeman that he called a black man, and he expects to defend him. He has no respect for the police neither. Then he spoke about partying, right? We ourselves, as Afro Guyanese, has been pinpointing the need for the youths to focus more on edifying things and not parties, especially with persons like Skeng and all that. We have been doing that. He mentioned that even though that part is offensive, it is a fact. We need to wake up and get things done in a proper manner. And I do agree with you also, Sharon, when you say you have racism from both sides. The thing is, the level of hate that has erupted since elections 2020 has made me very paranoid. Things that I would have taken as a joke from my Indo-Guyanese friends is no longer funny to me because of what I read
Correct.
on Facebook. So we do have a serious problem. And as usual, you're going to get some biased comments on this thread, and you're going to get some biased answers and response in an effort to justify what he said instead of accepting that there is a problem. That is the white elephant in the room that nobody is addressing. Racism is real. I do agree with that.
Grant French. Racism is real. Heard a sister there? Deborah Leach, it is real. It is real. And we got to confront it. We want to move forward. Our sister before that spoke about what happened and obtained in South Africa, this truth and reconciliation that took place there. But you got to confront it to get there. You got to confront it. It's real issues. Angela Jarrett and Betsy Freeze. It's real issues that got to be confronted, guys. We got to confront. We coming down, folks, coming down, trying to get you all of the contributions that were sent in. Don't wanna mix anybody. We're trying not to. So we coming down. Have no fear, folks. We coming down. We coming down. And that was Marlon. What else do we have? I think we have another one. Hold for us, folks. Want to make sure that we really and truly get all of them that came through. Let me see. Do we have? I think we have that one already. All right. Let me just make sure we got the right ones. Just trying to make sure we have all of the right ones, guys. Apologies there. Just want to make sure. Yes, this is the one I was looking for.
Sherrod, good afternoon, and viewers. Yesterday, with that protesting, right? Anybody with common sense could watch what went on. All right, we know that the kids are angry. The village, everybody's angry of because the boy got shot in his back 5 times and he was shot to the front close range, right? We know that is murder. All right, they're protesting. We were watching Travis Chase, I think the media, the announcer guy name is,
Mhm.
and he was like literally getting the right from like the villagers and whatever, and he were going like point to point. So we are watching and we're talking why it is that the police backing off. And we knew that Guyana police don't operate like that. It's not Granger to say, well, that they're moving professionally or something. We knew that something was up. We knew that something was up. Now they're going to leave a village. I remember, I don't know the names of the village too well, but they left like a village and they're going to stand up with these shields like in another village. I know that these people come in. Then all of a sudden you heard the people them turn back, right? This is something that was planned. It was something that was planned, and I am saying it that the police knew what is going on. Jagdio and Irfan them, the PPP know that their supporters are angry with them. So what they wanted to do now, cause mayhem, because they know that everybody's angry. Then they're gonna put it now on these youths now, claiming that they are the ones that destroy the things. You understand? They plant people between there to go into this Indian village and do that because police should have been walking side by side with them or even like keeping abreast with them in front. You're going to literally leave them. Let them do whatever they want. And this is the thing that both sides are not seeing. We are all Guyanese. We all live with each other. And it's so ridiculous. It's really, really, really horrifying to think of what is going on. The ministers, them, they need to have somebody shadowing. If it's an Indian in front, you put a black for shadow. If it's a black in front, you put the Indian for shadow. Well, we say black. Don't worry how he call it. Whatever. We need to do something to get Guyana together. That is my opinion. Thank you.
All right, I hear you. I hear you on that. A lot of things there. Indo Guyanese to shadow, Afro Guyanese in front, Afro Guyanese to shadow, Indo Guyanese in front. A lot to take in there, but thanks for that contribution. Nonetheless, folks, we bring it to you, bring it as quickly as we can, guys, as quickly as we can. We're trying to get these contributions. We know we've gone a little past time already. We're going to try to get you as many of them as we can, folks. But thanks for staying with us. Ann Mitchell, Isabella Butters, Joan Robertson, and all you other beautiful folks who've joined us. Alicia Motilal. I see Stephen Jarvis is here as well. And all of the other guys. So happy that you guys are here. You know what you got to do? We're going to try to bring some of the other contributions to you. We got to confront it, folks. It's racism. It's hate. We got to confront it. No easy way to do it. We just got to confront it. Just got to confront it. All right, let me see if we got another one. Making sure we got all these comments lined up well for you folks. All right, bear with us a second, guys. Bear with us a second. I don't want to shortchange anybody. Is this one of them? I think we may have. Yeah, let me see. Bear with us, folks. Good to have Kurt Heideken and Ingrid and Rhonda and all. I saw Rhonda's comment too. I saw Rhonda's contribution. Coming down to that, folks. Coming down to that. Coming down to that. All right, trying to make sure we got them queued up. Well, Alexis Jarvis, Jamila Pitt, and all the other guys, Savitri Rose, all the folks who are joining us, ensuring we got the comments queued up correctly. And it takes us a second or two to download them and ensure they're rightly queued. But again, folks, if you're living in some communities who believe in this, y'all at the wrong place, right? You're at the wrong place, and chances are you might be the problem. I know who else to tell you, but you might just be the problem. All right, let's see if we have this one.
Good day, my brother Sharon.
Greetings,
I
greetings.
listened that piece of TikTok message that the Indian guy sent. And the only thing that come to mind, it is sad. First thing is sad to know that we, as a people of 6 different ethnicity, got to be living like that. And the two main ethnicities called, be it the Afro Guyanese and the Hindu Guyanese, it is sad to know that we're going down this stretch. And the reason why we got to be going down this stretch, you know, and the reason why we got to hear these things coming from our some of our Indian brothers and sisters, you know, is because the leaders preach these things into them. The leaders preach these hate to gain political mileage, my brother. They preach these hate. They preach these hate into these people, make people like Gaza could be so brave to come out. Because you know why he do that? He know that he just would be prosecuted verbally by Afro-Guyanese, you know, but he would not be prosecuted by those of his ethnicity. And I want to say a little thing that I experienced. I was being invited to take part on a show, on a cultural activity, you know, and where I was stopping, I happened to come across a Hindu brother, an Indian brother, that he was taking part on the same show, and he was there with his two children, and he introduced me to them. He introduced me to the boy force, and I took a picture with him. The boy is about 9, I average, and I took a photograph with the boy. You know, I won't call the artist name, but it's a popular Indian artist. And then his daughter was about 5 years at the time I average. And then he sent her to take a picture with me, and she hold on his foot and said she no want to go and take out a picture with the black man. She no want to go and take a picture with the black man. And he feels so bad. I feel bad for him also, because he
Wow.
started going on, you know, a bit arrogant on her, that she must not say things like that, and so, you know, and I had to quail, you know, the situation between them, because the girl started, you know, it looked like she wanted to cry with how he go on her. And I say, man, leave her, man, leave her, little angel, man. But why I'm saying this is that it's impossible for she to say that
Wow.
without hearing it amongst her, around her. She had to be hearing it around her. I'm not naturally saying that, so is the parents maybe like you know, put that into her, but sometimes the area, the environment she go in, she hear these things. Beautiful little Indian girl. You know that I was surprised. I was surprised. I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for him. I even feel sorry for the little brother, because he feel bad too. You know, but the thing about it is what is being told amongst them.
Wow.
That is the thing, my brother. So it's not easy. So them thing with Afon Ali and them talking, they got to look in the mirror and address the situation from in the mirror first. Afon Ali, Jagdio, Priya Manichan, they got to address this situation from in the mirror first. And then you will see we might head on the trajectory of what they're saying, one Guyana story. They got to start condemning those kind of things. I'm not saying that they don't have Afro Guyanese that does be going on with those things, but you know, when they go on with those things, they does be um confronted with it. They always would be confronted with it, you know. So it's real sad with what's going on in our country, but we got to understand that them boys come back. This is what we got to understand. And I want to say something to all the hear the guy say, and I want to say this to the police, to the Afro Guyanese police them, you know, that you listen to the tape and hear. Let me stop attacking one another like this, because we are being pushed to the forefront. And when they finish, our Indian brothers and sisters, those who got this hatred in them, would preach the same thing, that is black man killing black man. So I hope that those Afro-Guyanese police officers listening were really going on, because I know that there is be the same thinking of those in office too. So, you know, this is it, my brother.
Choose love, people. We gotta choose love. Martin Luther King said it. Dr. Martin Luther King, he says, hate is too great a burden to bear. We gotta choose love. Folks, we closed off with the voice notes. We only taking what we have currently. So please help us along. Let's take what we have. All right. I think we have a contribution here. Let's see how it goes.
Sad day for Guyana, Cheryl. You see, Imrad was brought up one way, and he's crying out for help. And Imran is going to hurt himself, and I'm afraid that's what's going to happen to Imran. Imran is going to hurt himself because when he can't get his way to do what he wants to the other race, he's going to hurt himself. So the government should reach out to Imran because Imran is crying out for help. He is sick. You know, he was taught one way all the time growing up. He was taught that one way, and he's not going to change until somebody do something about it. Imran is looking at himself in the mirror because he's black. Newsflash for him, he's black as well. So I don't see what Imran, and I don't understand what is Imran is talking about. But Imran has a problem. You know, he has a problem, and he needs help. He needs lots and lots and lots of help.
Yeah, but it goes to what our brother said there. The previous caller, learn behavior, nature is against nurture. Where do you get that from? A child doesn't just grow without thinking about these pejoratives. Who's black, yellow, white, or otherwise. That comes from somewhere. That comes from somewhere. And that's why we've said we gotta address it. Right? Gwyneth Anderson, it doesn't just drop out of the sky. And if you're standing close by, it affects you. It comes from somewhere. All right, folks, we've closed off receiving the voices. We know we've gone a little past our hour. We started late, but we beg your indulgence as we get through some of the other contributions that were sent in. We really value the time people take to put into it, and we want to make sure that we play all of them at least as many as we can. At least as many as we can. We might have to push some over for tomorrow.
Hi, Sherrod. Good afternoon. What I would like to say is that justice delayed is justice denied. And we as a people need to wake up and open our eyes and see what is going on. All of this sugarcoating the government is doing and trying to put blindfold over our eyes, we understand what is going on. We are no fools. And like you usually say on your program, we big between stupid. So all of this nonsense and this charade, what is going on, we know exactly what is going on. It's only a fool or a person who believe, or want to sugarcoat things or put a hood over the eyes wouldn't see what is going on. But I would like to say also that any injustice that we see here right now is a threat to justice everywhere. And if we don't stand up now for something, then I don't know what is going to happen to us. They are saying it plain. It's showing boldly all over Guyana, all over. All who don't want to see it is who just stifling the conscience. And people are not going to tolerate this nonsense. They need to stop this racism. It's blatant now. Years ago, they used to hide it and try to, they don't look like this. But now it's blatant. It's all over in every sector. Everywhere you turn is this racism going on in Guyana. And Barra Jagdeo is the chief cook and battle washer. All that you see Trump did, or whatever, who is schooling them or how to do it, they're practicing it right here in Guyana. All the Trumpism that you see went on in the States or still going on in the States, that is what Jagdeo has brought to Guyana. We know it was always there. It's not nothing new, but they have become more blatant in what they're doing. I'm totally upset. I'm totally annoyed to see how our ancestors slave and toil to build this country to where it is right now. And these people, these wicked bunch of people, think that they could come and just take over and pretending to do that they're just superior over us. The racism must stop. We all are Guyanese and we all deserve whatever Guyana has to offer. Nobody's not better than nobody and supposed to get more than nobody. We all are Guyanese and we are entitled to get what is rightfully our own. They got people with bringing in these Venezuelans and all kinds. Nobody said that we mustn't be with the thing named to our neighboring countries or whatever. But how you could bring in the other day even announcing that how they're gonna bring Barbadians teens to do farming and agriculture in Guyana when they got born Guyanese right here. We can't even get a piece of land. What nonsense you telling people? What do these people really think, man? that because people maybe and went to the highest university, at least not the university that the so-called president went to, but nobody's not stupid. We know what is going on, and it can only take a matter of time. And one day, everybody gonna rise up with one voice, and that will be the end of that same PPP. Because they're too wicked. It's a wicked bunch of people that have a ruling. And they said, show me a wicked leader, and I would show you a corrupt nation. And that is exactly what we have here. Thank you.
All right. All right. That's the people themselves, folks. That's the folks themselves saying that it begins with the administration. And they got to take ownership for some of this because that is what has been practiced. And that's where you see sometimes in the policies and how the inequities and the inequalities in our society, and that is how it is reflected. We're going to try to get through all of these, but that's how some people see it. All right, that's how some people see it. We're going to try to get some more of these voice notes, guys. Bear with us. We get them queued up very quickly, and we rock and come in. We rock and come in, people. Stay with us for another few minutes as we wrap up, folks. Here's another contributor.
Sherrod, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I listened to the program. But we know we can get, if we say we decide that, okay, fine, the police is not going to go for this man because this is what the PPP believe in, racism. You understand? Now, this boy faces on the media. He send that voice note out for saying he going to kill black people. And his police, this. I was listening to that. That make me sick. That make me sick. Who these people think there is, man? That they think that black people just out the blues are just there in Guyana because we want it on there. We come first. We first get there. And these people want to bully we. And we standing up for bullies and nobody bullying we. We got the same rights what they got down there. Nobody bullying we and we taking bullying. Imran says that. Imran want to mix a boss, acting a Kool-Aid with pies, not pies himself for the family. Because I don't know who going to eat something for me. Look at he. Must himself.
Yep. I would only say we don't have to necessarily we don't have to period revert to ad hominem attacks. Let's deal with the issues. All right. Let's deal with the issues. I ain't wishing bad on nobody. I am not gonna wish bad on anybody. Let's deal with the issues.
Good day, Sharon. I'm happy to be on your program.
Good to have you.
So, I just want to say, all of this that going on, why do our people don't look back in 2020 when the people when stoning police and breaking down Granger buses with school children inside? Why they don't look back at that? Okay, nobody send these people to loot and rob. My concern about this whole situation is that you was out there doing a coverage of this that going on the East Coast. Now, if a man jump in front of your camera and said he want to kill, he would kill the president if the president come, right? Why is it that no, they're trying to say you're wrong, you had a right to correct the man. The man, look at that man. The man is an insane man. The man ain't got no responsibility for what he said with his mouth. I am really upset about this thing with black and Indian and Coolie people and black people. I'm upset, Sherrod. I'm really upset. I'm upset so bad. I got Negro people in me family. I got black sister, black brother, black friends. Why is it that we people doing this? We people need to stop. And I hope the president out there listening to these people. And just how we want to jail the other man and justice, we need justice for this man who claiming about black people is hungry belly and black people is this and black people is done. He would poison them and all them things though. Sure, this country ain't going nowhere. We gone back into the dark days underneath the PPP 23 years and more. This is dark days. Our Guyanese brothers and sisters, Indian, black, Portuguese, Chinese, everything is 6 races. We got to come together as one. We can't segregate ourselves from it. It's everybody in the struggle, and we needed to go far, 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 Sharon. We need this to go far. Black people is people just like coolie people. Coolie people ain't got right and black people ain't got right. All we got right, all we got equal right and justice. I am so fed up of this government. I am so fed up. Yesterday, finally, must be about 10 GDF boss. He got all the Indian there going for money yesterday. All the Indians were there for money yesterday afternoon. So why you didn't go Golden Grove to the black people them? What happened? Black people ain't people? Only Indian people? For couple egg ball and couple pelori and couple chana and couple greens, all who didn't even get robbed, get money. We got to stop this one. We got to stop this thing. This is not a one Guyana. This is a PPP Guyana.
Marla, thanks for that contribution. Thanks for that contribution, Marla. And folks, we're wrapping up. I know we've gone a little over. Rhonda.
Good afternoon, sure. I hope my battery hold for this, guys. I'm zero. Anyway, with that boy, when you listen to things like that, it tells of the person. This thing with this thing, what black people, what we the Africans got to do, when you hear these things coming out, make your mind strong. If you got Indian friends, stop eating from them because you don't know which one of them may look to do what this boy is saying, poison out. And that is it. That is how they look at us. We have got to make up our minds. When Janet Appancha dies, what should do? The PPP come back, there is what to do. And this thing in front of one, you have to stop saying one Guyana. Leave one Guyana for the dunce in front, Ali, who has been installed. He's not even the president. The petition got to decide who is the president. If the petition decide that he's the president, he's the president. You all know better, do better. One people, one nation, one destiny. A black man, Lyndon Forbes Sampson Bonham, gave that to us. One motto. When we shed in the Union Jack, we gain a flag, a national anthem, a national pledge, a coat of arms, and a motto. One people, one nation, one destiny. Sharon, I hope you could play my voice note. This boy grew up with that. That is born in many people like them, though. You're vexed if you call. He said black. You know why God said black man? Because we address ourselves as black man. And when we meet the colleague, them saying Indians. If he can call me a black man, I could call you a colleague. And when we come about yesterday, that protest, you were doing that protest all the way up coming from the East Coast. The people passed by a lumber yard and they did not vandalize the lumber yard for what to put debris on the road. Why the people went to the market? And there is quite blatant where the police led. And the police had their paid persons to cause the disruption in the market. Travis called for police. Travis called for fire police. None of them came because they were programmed to allow that market to go up in flames. Remember them people at the market, they quarreling for years for a new market. So we seized the opportunity for burn it down because the protesters from Quinton Bacchus come and burn down the market. Blum, in front Ali running with the one Guyana. And please, Cheryl, the motto is one people, one nation, one destiny. Running with the one Guyana. And the one Guyana is only for them people. And he gonna show now how we looking after each people in the one Guyana. One people, one nation, one destiny.
My own intervention there is that if you got your Indian brothers and sisters, you will from, you know your relationship. Don't let Imran Satar, spoil that for you. Don't let Imran Satar and his nastiness and nasty mind spoil that for you. That's I would say there. And I am not going to allow myself to resort to pejoratives and saying things that are racial epithets like black man and so on. Really and truly, because Imran gave himself that liberty and go down in the gutter like that. Don't allow yourself to do that. Don't allow yourself. Nathan?
Hi, Sherrod. I notice it is very good that you're trying to protect yourself now from since the story happened yesterday with you and that guy. Are you guys psychologists? We talking about where the guy came from and if he went to school and this and that and his parents and this and that. We have to talk about what the guy said. What he said is very important. What that guy said in front of Sherrod Duncan's camera yesterday could have put Duncan in trouble. Nobody is now, in spite Duncan is trying to say the guy is mentally ill, right? Jack Joe or Infanati would not take that. He would look at what the guy had said. So why you are talking about how the guy brought up or was dragged up, or the case may be? Come on, man.
All right, we hear that. We hear that. We hear that. Guys, we just got a couple more, just a handful more to get through. Bear us. I really want to make sure we capture all of them. Don't send any more. Just want to finish up the set that we have, folks. Thanks for your contribution. Candy.
Hello, Sherrod. Good day to you.
Candy.
How are you?
Good, try.
Anyways, my contribution today to this show is that little boy need to be in the lockup, and Irfan Ali need to get his butt up and look into that one, because he's claiming who's committing crime and who should be in jail and who should be locked up. He should be in jail as well with that little boy. That little boy is a really I pass the people him, and he's talking about the black people like that. What does he know? What does he know about the black people? He's really sickening, and that boy needs to be taught a lesson. And you know what? Irfan Ali and Bharat Jagdeo is sitting their asses down in parliament there and not doing anything about this racism criteria that we are having in this country. And this country is
Apologies there. Apologies. We seem to have lost Candy. Where Candy gone? Where Candy gone? Seem to have lost Candy there. Let's see if we can get her back. Think we can? Yep.
going to be split into so many pieces that we wouldn't even know what color we are, and we wouldn't even know what races we have in this country. And it's a blatant disrespect. That little boy needs to be taught a lesson. He's very disrespectful, and he needs to be taught a very stringent lesson. He needs to be. I don't know what more to say. I think you guys should go protest against that too. Why is Irfan Ali not saying anything about that? But he knows what to say, who to lock up and who to lock up you to get you locked up, and because of somebody else saying that they will kill the president on the press on the riots that we was on there. I think you need to step down on this. I think you need to step into this, because if he could say that they will lock up you for somebody else saying that they will kill the president, what is this little disrespectful little boy saying there? Isn't that saying that he will kill? He's threatening everybody. That's threatening the black people. That's a serious charge, and that's a crime, and it is serious. He needs to be in the lockup. Anyway, have a wonderful day, Sherrod.
We hear
I'm
that.
very upset right now. I'm very frustrated. I'm very angry.
We hear that. We hear that, folks. We said, please do not send it anymore. Just have just a couple, real couple to get through. I want to do that as quickly as possible. Guys, please do not send anymore. We can't take any more. Please. Work with us. Work with us. We'd love to have all of them, but we just can't. Right? Work with us. Right? Just a handful. And thanks, Candy, for that. It needs attention. It needs attention. Again, we said we got to confront these problems wishing them away will not happen. Coming up with slogans will not solve the problem. We got to confront. We got some real issues in this country. We wish we didn't have them, but sadly we do, and we got to acknowledge and move on. Right? That's what we got to do. Acknowledge and move on. Right? Apologies there. We're going to try to get some more of these. I think we have 2 sets here. Let me see what we have. Let me try to get through these very, very quickly. Where are we? Takes a while to load. Some folks send 3, 4 short ones. Let's see how we do here.
This is why you have to tell the Don Stocks and the black banners them about it. Don't worry about it. It just create more bigger problem. Let the police do the job. Let the minister, president, them do the job. We want justice to the young man who dead. Is all we want. Respect and manners. One love, one nation, one destiny, one people. Remember the code. I'm watching your live show right now.
All right, our brother says, don't get distracted. Is he onto something? We getting distracted. This has to do with that too. It has to do with that. Don't be distracted. That's what our brother telling us. Folks, just about two more to get through, and then we good to go. I really valued folks taking the time to send us the contributions, and I really want to get through them. Thanks to you, these programs are what they are, folks. We out here. That's what we said. We outside. Sissy Logal, we see you there. Renee McCalmont, Renee Mackenzie Talbot, and Lorraine Burnett, and Umar Anthony. We see you folks, and we're so glad all of you are on the live. You don't have to agree with us, but we can have a discussion. Right? We can have a conversation. As you all boy was saying there, we gotta have a conversation. Right? But the only want this conversation be one way. Right? We only want to be one way. Can't happen like that. Here's another contribution.
Good afternoon, my friend.
Good afternoon.
I'm gonna say a piece on this matter. Now, Guyana, it's time to get the act together. This race thing gotta stop. And the person that fueled this race thing is the people in high authority. Now, this guy was shot wrongfully, right, by the police. And then he's being released. Why is that? You know, it's always when a black person gets shot in Guyana, you have to fight for justice. But when something happens to an Indian person, the justice is swift. It's either they go free or the justice is swift and they get off. But when something happens to a black person, it's no justice. And the DPP, they need to get the act together. If who could remember when Sanders, the guy Sanders in Trinidad and Tobago had to caution her on her statement. You're sending people away without due process. You're not even listening to them, all because of money. They need to stop this thing. Now the president went down there and he did not even say anything about the police have to face the music or be accountable for his action. Instead, they target the blacks. But you know, I'm totally against the destruction of people's property. No doubt about that. Agreed. You can't go destroying people things. There's many ways that you could get your grievance over, and that's by protesting peacefully. Don't destroy people's property. So that is something that they have to do. You got to know how to speak to people to calm situation down instead of fueling it in a smart way, in a smarty way. That's what the government is doing, and they like it. And then now to this Indian guy who's jumping up and saying, but black this and black that. That's what always happens with Guyana. When you see something happen, the Indians always jumping up and they have the most heartful thing to say about black people. And that's what in the heart. And it will never change until the government do something about it.
You got the nastiness on both sides. I dare say so. You got the nastiness on both sides. You know, nastiness, and we got to work on that. That's why we said we got to confront it and we gotta deal with it. And that's why it was very, very, very specific. It happens on both sides. If you live in communities and home and you describe people as this and that and all these pejorative terms, is a black man. And so we got a lot of work to do, folks. We got a lot of work to do, and some of it is being perpetuated by those in government. That's why they can't deal with the problem. If you can't deal with it, resign. A lot of people come in and fix it. You are resign in mass. The whole cabinet resign if you can't handle it, man. Right? And let people come in who can fix the problem. Let folks come in who can fix the problem. Right? You can't kick the can down the road. We gotta actually fix some problems. We gotta actually fix some problems.
Hey Sharon, I think about this situation. I feel that the government should do a better job in stimulating the price and the cost of living in the country. Then the next thing is that he say one Guyana, but we see for some other people it's a different thing. And the Guyanese people are looking, they are not stupid. Maybe if you put justice for one, you got to put justice for all. You cannot say the saying and don't do the same, and talk the talk and don't walk the walk. You have to do the same things as you employing to your country. This everybody need to be treated as one. The next thing, Sherrod, I think is that the racial comments that you will always find. No government cannot change that. But however, you need to call these things out when they are seen. If you need to speak about one guy, and then you have to symbolize racialness. You have to put it to a stop. Make it an example. You cannot be saying one thing and doing the other thing. That's my contribution.
Yeah. Hi Sharon. It's me. Me want to send this message, you know. This message is all about like what is by say. Like how me and me wife live. Me and me wife are Indian and me a black. What? Hi, good afternoon, Sharon, and to your listeners. I'm telling you this right now. Me and why anybody telling me but daddy you.
All right, that's an old one. That's an old one. Where we were, let me try to get it back. Where were we? All right, let me try to get it one back.
What is he like or how he talk there? How he cause now for me and me family live like that. And for the rest of people like what live like black and Indian and live together. How the people then go feel when he talking like that? You know? Me want to hear like what people say about that. Like how black like some black people live with Indian and some Indian and live with black people, you know? Me want to hear what people say about that.
Hi, Sherrod. The only person that tried to bring the nation together was Bonham. He introduced national service so he could integrate the races, and it was working. But thank God for the PPP, we dismantled it.
Hi, Sharon. That's why the buy no man, the buy no satikari. Guys, just nothing. The buy know exactly what he's saying and what he's doing because if the installed regime so racial and corrupt, the buy know what he's saying. And this is the type of people we gotta deal with in this country. You understand? And the racism thing going on long now. So don't let think the buy was had it on the mind all the time. And there is what the buy just wait for opportunity to clear his mind, to see what he has to see for something like that to happen. So that will show you we people should wake up and open we eye and see how these people think about we, how these people gabby down. And I want to know how they install minister them in office, the black ones them, how they feeling and how they retaliate and how they could sit down so comfortable and got these people doing people like them and them themselves is black. Come on people. Sure, I don't forget, remember, these people can't help it. If you remember the vice president, the installed vice president could have tell the people poison the greens where we come for buy it. So you could imagine what's going on. You see how these people got rid of? You understand? But we people need to get conscious and get wise. We should boycott all of them and start buy the things them. Let the own people support them, let the own people buy the things them and we buy from we people them. You understand?
tell the old vice president could have tell the people them praising them and praising the Greens them and things. So this guy know exactly what he doing, you understand me? But things like this does happen for that they reveal itself and see how wicked and sting this, you understand? And I wanna know how the sitting minister them, the some minister them, the black ones them sitting down like so comfortable and see the audacity what going on. You understand how they feasting. You understand how these people in the police forces that they're using as political tool, how they feel and how they're saying what they're saying about things that they do. You understand? Come on, we people need to get conscious and wake up. And this guy and done no such nothing. This guy knows exactly what he's saying. And not only he alone got it on his mind, many of them because the incidents of me yesterday, there's a lot of things that are not on their mind and there's only time for them to spit it out.
All right, folks, that's the last one. That's with time. That's the program. I did not hear the install by president tell anybody to poison anybody, greens and so forth. I did not hear that. I've never heard that, nor have I seen that. People have a right to spend their money where they want to spend it. Right? I agree with you on that. You have it's your money. You determine where you want to spend it and who you want to support and what business you want to patronize on that basis. Folks, that is our time. Thanks for joining us. Quite a long program today. Lots of, contributions as we examine the person of interest today. Imran Gaza Satur. We got a lot of work to do, folks. Racism got no place in this country. Choose love. Choose love, folks, because that's the Right Honorable Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King says, hate is too great a burden to bear. Choose love every day. Choose love. The guy needs help. And I hope the competent authorities step in and give him the help that he needs. That's we time, folks. That is our program. Share the live. Smash the emoji button, guys. Partner with us so we can do more of this. Totally publicly funded. We're available via Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, MMG, MoneyGram, Western Union. We are here because of you, the people, and because of your love and your support. Help us to get to where we need to go, guys. Lots of responsibilities to meet. It's the end of the month. You all know where we are. Help us, folks, get to where we need to go and keep valid and credible information out there. Informed citizens make informed decisions. And our brother there definitely is not informed. See you guys in the ring tonight. That's we time. That's we program. We out there, folks. Stay safe. Stay safe.